What's up, guys? Welcome to Escape from Tarkov video guide on making money on the map Reserve. Before we even get into the video, I'd like to first point out the three types of raids in the game, and these are money raids, casual raids, and kitted raids. Now in this video we're going to mainly be focusing on money raids and casual raids. See you in the video. The priority of which keys I'd recommend is represented by the white numbers. If you're slap broke, don't worry, the first route I'm going to show you can be ran without keys. And I'd suggest it to run it over and over until you make enough money for the keys, which is like 2 to 4 mil total, but don't worry, you can definitely make at least 1 mil an hour if you just play for money raids, which is run in, grab loot, shove it up, die and repeat. Yes, it feels gross, but end of the day, it's better than hackers, and let's be honest, if you're an average player, you know you can't always run kitted raids, hence why you're here now. As far as loot, we're looking out for tech spawns, paracord, med spawns, and rare item spawns. The large majority of income will be tech spawns, and yes, I'm aware there are many more good loot spots aside from those in this video, but we're just going to focus on these for now. I'll leave a link to the map in the description below. These first three spawns will give you semi to full priority over Queen, which is heavy on big price tag tech items. The other three give you priority over 3 military spawns and a lottery tech room, which you could use a key for, but you don't actually need it. Any other spawn, you just have to orient yourself using the dome or king and attempt to scavenge what you can, then die and repeat. Alright, so here we are, Queen, server side. When you go in, first thing I like to check is, I don't run up to it, I generally just check it from afar over here. Then I will check right on top of here, there's tech spawn, a lot of time it's floating. You run around here, I'm picking the lockers, and then you check right here and here. See another tech spawn. Check these shells. A lot of times I see people miss stuff over here as well. And then I come over here, turn around right here, flip around again, keep checking right through here, and then I look over here again in case I miss something, check back over here, and then run through. Now when you're coming through this gym area, if this door right here is open, 9 times out of 10 that means somebody else has already ran this route, and so you adjust on the fly to another route. But you'll come around here, you'll loop back in to this server room. There's a spawn on the floor here, here, and another one over here, and one more right here, and on this little stack here. Now on here there is a loot spawn. You can't see it, you just have to run up to it and check it. Now on the ground I have found loot, like a graphics card here before, so I'll just quickly scan through it like this if I have time. Up here there's another loot spawn. Now on the ground here, it takes on the texture of the ground, so it can be easy to miss, but I found Petrus's here. And then come in here, check these servers and this little platform here. And there's good tech spawns as well. Now from here, I will head out of Queen and go into the lottery room and check the 3 tech spawns on top. Alright, so next up we're going to go over the other spawns that give you priority over Black Bishop, and then after Black Bishop you'll run over to the Queen and loot it in reverse. Now I decided to put these separate because these spawns I feel are the most versatile when you have priority over Black Bishop, because you could choose to loot the 3 tech spawns or rush the lottery room, and a lot of times this is just changed on the fly depending by you look around to see if there's any other players rushing the same spot as you, and you just adjust on the fly. Now this spawn's kind of a wild card because you have priority in a lot of places, but the key note with this one, I like to keep looking to the left to see if there's any other players, and if there are, I might just go straight over to Queen. Alright, so we're going to start off with this entrance to Black Bishop. First thing, when I come through the hole in the wall, I like to check on the back side of the metal plating. There's a chance for a weapon spawn on the boxes, and there's also another box that has pretty good attachments on here. Like this PMAG right here goes for good money on the flea market. Make sure you download the ammo as well. And then there's 3 spawns in this room here. We're above lottery room right now. There are military spawns on these desks. Now to get the lottery room, you just jump out of this window, platform below and come in. You're checking these shelves for graphics cards and Tetrises. And if there's nothing else and you just want to fill up your container, I would grab the motors because they're worth 40k, but they take up 4 slots. Here we are with a graphics card that's anywhere between like 2 to 300k, depending on how it's fluctuating on the market. Now the Tetrises do blend in with these shelves. They pick up the texture of the shelves, so it makes them hard to see, so spend a little extra time on that. Before you go out, make sure you check these 2 computers for flash drives. Now there's 2 exits out of here. You can come this way and jump to the trash can below to avoid damage, or if you hear someone above you and you're trying to sneak out, you can jump out of this back window, but it's kind of hard. You're gonna have to get a jump crouch in there just right. And then from here, I'll rush over to Queen and loot that method in reverse. Alright, so for this side of Black Bishop, if I'm not in a huge rush to get to the lottery room, I like to check the computer spawns on the 3 different floors for a possible chance of flash drives. Flash drives are pretty rare, so it's not uncommon to be like 15 or so raids in and not find one. And here's one right now. You can see how they poke out. And then on the 3rd floor, there's 3 different rooms you can loot that have military spawns, and I'll show you them as soon as I'm done. Alright, so now this first military room, it's in the back of the room on the shelves over here. See, I got 2 MCBs here. There could be radio analyzers or whatever over here as well. And then you come over here, you make a right into this room, and also on the shelves in the back, there could be more military spawns. And then now you're gonna go check the 3 desks above lottery room here. Alright, so that's it for the no key routes, and honestly, only 2 of the keys are really expensive, and they're about 1 to 1.2 mil each, and they're both for underground, but there's a total of 4 keys for underground, and 2 of them are fairly priced, just 2 of them are overpriced. Anyways, huge shout out and thank you to the Tarkov Wiki admins on Discord that allowed me to use their map, and again, I'll leave a link in the description below to their maps. Now, with all of that out of the way, with these spawns and keys, we're more so focusing on a casual raider type playstyle, which is going in with the means to defend ourselves, and preferably a backpack and some headsets as well. Don't get me wrong, you can still get these spawns and rush the bishops and queen if that's what you want, but I promise you, learning all the ins and outs of a map not only make you a better player, but it greatly increases your chances of having satisfying gameplay. Now let's get into it. Alright, so first off, I'm going to be showing the loot areas from this spawn in particular, as it's easiest to explain this way. You should always choose where you wish to go immediately after your spawn in. Quick side note, I'd recommend running 1 or 2 offline raids with these routes just to familiarize yourself. Now with this spawn, I always check this bunker locker because it has a semi-common paracord spawn and it's oftentimes missed. Then right here in Death Fields, you have 3 route choices. Go to the marked room in the corner, you could go to this aggro tower and go underground, or you can come over here to Black Knight, Bishops, and Queen. First, we're going to be taking this route over to the marked room in the corner. We're going to check out this spawn, and I'll show you all the goodies over here. With this area, I find it best to jump in through the back for some added concealment. You could bring a backpack to carry any potential weapon, money, and ammo cases, but they're fairly uncommon. Just to be sure, check the ground for smaller items like key tools and ammo. The tables and wheelchair can also spawn items. While you're here, more than 50% of the time, there will be AKs in this armory and attachments. And quick side note, you can jump on these tables and shoot outwards if you hear enemies coming. Now, down underground, there are 4 caged areas with 3 different themed cargo boxes. The themes being industrial, medical, and food. And a lot of times I will run this route with just a backpack and no health, just because you can find enough meds down here to heal back to full, and I'll hit the armories for a weapon. Now through this first cage, I'm not gonna loot them, just gonna run through them and look at all the boxes so you can see which ones are actually lootable, because some of them you can't loot. You can loot that one in the corner, you can loot this one, and then you come over here, there's 2 more. This right here, oh sorry, there's a 3rd one, it's right there on the right here. Alright, now we're gonna come over to the other cage. Alright, so this other cage is pretty big on food. There's a box right here, there's one up top there, and another one right here. Food spawns, box right here, here, and here. And then I'll run over to the other cages. This cage on the left is pretty good with meds and industrial spawns. The one on the right, same thing. I think these cages may be the 1 mil keys. There, got a box here on the left and on the right, and then again on the left here, and then once again in front of the forklift. Don't mind the tunnel vision. Alright, now in this last cage, now there are some loose spawns right here on the right that I just passed. This last cage is pretty good on medical, and I think there's an industrial spawn in here as well. So we got a box here, another one here, 1 more there, and the final one there. Then you're done looting underground. The lights will turn on if someone activates the power. You should also be careful because sometimes the bosses will spawn down here. Well, I say be careful, but more than likely you're gonna die if you come through the door and they're down here. Alright, so for Black Knight, you got 2 jackets right here as soon as you come through in a duffel bag. And on the right on the toolboxes is a metal scissors spawn. In this door here, you have a jacket and a tech spawn on the desk in the back of the room. This door, you have yet another jacket. And this door that leads to the tents, yet another jacket. And now on the 2nd floor, straight ahead here, on the right, there's 2 jackets. And then this door here, there's another jacket and a bunch of attachments over here in this locked room, as well as a weapon rack and some rare ammo spawn in the corner. Right here. See some money on this desk. Other guns could spawn on this table right here. And then I like to go up to the 3rd floor. Don't forget there is an attachment spawn right here. Sometimes there can be thermals. Up here in this shelving on the left there can be a paracord spawn. Took me a while to find this. In here there's 4 computers that I like to check for flash drives. Just a quick check. And then I'll run to the next room and check the jacket spawn in here. And then from here, I'll decide whether I'm going to extract, go underground, or rush Queen, or see if anything's popping off at the Bishops. Alright, we're just going to go ahead and run over to White Bishop from here. Now this is a medical building. A crap ton of medical spawns in here, and a few weapon crates. Right here immediately to the left, there's a weapon crate in here. There's attachment spawn right here. There's another weapon crate right here. There's a duffel bag on the bench in the hallway. This room on the right, there's medical spawns on the tables and on the ground, right around this little trolley. And then through here on the left, this room is like the goodie room. There could be grizzlies, a bunch of other medical spawns and stimulants along the floor, in the cabinets, and in this chest here. And then in this room in front of the light, yeah, here we go. There's normally medical spawns, and then in this little box I've seen other medical spawns also along the floor. Same thing with this room along the floor and on the right here behind me. There's a medical spawn on that. And then I'll run upstairs. Generally, I'll go straight to the locked room. I always try to check over here. I have seen a thermal spawn over here. I like to check it from the doorway so I'm safe. But just to show you what I'm talking about, it's right here. Check it from the doorway so I'm not getting shot at from outside. Generally, I'll run straight to the locked room, but for now, along the table, on the ground, and in the cabinets, more medical spawns, as well as on the ground and the table over here. And then in here, along the shelves and also on the ground, can be more medical spawns. See right there on the ground, and then here as well. And then the cross room, I normally don't check this room. It's too scarce of loot for me. This is the locked room. This is really a lot of good medical spawns in here. You can make a lot of money in here just grabbing all these stimulants and shoving them into your container. Make sure you check along the ground as well. There's a lot of litter around, so it's easy to miss things. So don't be discouraged to come in here and loot behind someone, because if they're in a rush, they can easily miss stuff. I don't really check the rest of these rooms. I just run up to the 3rd floor, drop back down in to check this weapon crate. And to get out of this room is kind of tricky. You walk up here, you gotta crouch and kind of squirm your way through onto this little table with attachments. And that pretty much wraps it up for the loot run. Quick side note, please don't get caught in the mindset of a streamer said this or a video showed me this, because this lowers your awareness, because you're limiting your expectations. It's best to keep your eyes peeled, because in this way you'll be more prepared to react in a shorter time frame to enemies. And yeah, you may have ran by the same area 100 times, but the 101st time could be the time you find something of high value, and then maybe you figured it out where nobody else has known about it yet, and then hell, you can make a video about it. Anyways, thank you guys for stopping by to check out the video. Please like, subscribe, and drop a comment down below if you're looking for a teammate. Good luck out there.